Meet Nancy, a housewife, and her husband Brandon, who works in a local factory. 7 years ago, they were a match made in heaven. But today, Nancy feels like they've lost their magic. This is where I step in. I'm Dr. Swiss.
We're Nancy's place now. I love this. Nancy, it's Dr. Swiss. I'm here to help. Nice to meet you.
Nancy and her pet dog, little Tanzania, greeted me at the door with a smile. But soon, she was pouring her heart out to me.
We're in there between him watching TV and drinking beer.
She felt as if Brandon was taking her for granted, yet she hadn't had the courage to confront him. Nancy was lost.
You know what I'm saying? Brandon isn't just depriving you of the world, he's depriving the world of you, and I really believe that.
So Nancy and I made a video where she addressed the issues at hand, and we made a firm commitment to show Brandon the video when he came home from work. For moral support, we enlisted Art, who is a friend of Nancy's and is now a friend of Brandon's, Cooper, Nancy's cousin and a friend to Brandon as well, and Harold, who is a friend to Cooper, but recently befriended Brandon, and by extension, got to know Nancy fairly well too. What a mouthful. I wanted them to come and sit beside Nancy while we played the video for Brandon. Then, it was a waiting game. Brandon was due home any minute.
Brandon, it's a pleasure to meet you. Why don't you come in and join us here in the living room?
What is all this?
Brandon, why don't you have a seat and sit next to your wife here? We need to talk. Okay?
Okay.
Your wife is unhappy, and
As I explained the situation to Brandon, I could see that his mind, if compared to an egg, clearly wasn't one that was going to crack easily.
the video because that way Nancy can really express what she wants to say to you without getting frustrated or mixed up or flustered. So let's watch the tape.
All right.
Brandon, I had Dr. Swiss come here today because I feel like I've taken a back seat to your job, your friends. I have my own interests and hobbies as well, and I want the freedom to get a job and contribute something. And I really do feel like you're not just depriving me of the world, but you're depriving the world of me.
And I'm going to stop it there. Nancy made some very interesting points, and she had some very strong words. But before we really dig into the content of the tape, I think that we should watch it again, knowing what we already know, but this time in fast motion to see if that sheds any new light on the subject. So let's do that, and then we'll see where that takes us. Okay?
Brandon, I had Dr. Swiss come here today because I feel like I've taken a back seat to your job, your friends, and your hobbies, everything else. I have my own interests and hobbies as well, and I want the freedom to get a job and contribute something. I really do feel like you're not just depriving me of the world, you're depriving the world of me.
Alright, let's stop this.
What was that?
So, Nancy, when we watched the tape in regular speed, you made a lot of interesting points. There was a lot of good ideas and stuff. But when we sped it up, we really saw how silly and ridiculous a lot of the things you had to say were. They're just
I didn't
trivial
express myself in fast
ridiculous.
motion.
I know, but that's why we have the tape. We use fast motion as a tool because it shows to us how absurd
today.
you're the tool.
That's not why I
Hey,
had
do you
to
guys
come
want to
here
watch it
today.
again?
Even faster. Go.
Yeah, faster,
Can you do faster?
Can you actually make it?
I had Dr. Swiss come here today because
Where are you going?
I feel like I've taken a back seat to your job, friends. I have my own interests and hobbies as well, and I want the freedom to get a job and contribute something. I really do feel like you're not just depriving me of the world, you're depriving the world of me.
Okay.
Definitely trying.
You scrubbed and scrubbed. And no matter how much the peanut butter you go off, you still couldn't get rid of the squirrels.
Hey, Nancy. Nancy.
Go back and get her, man.
Nancy.
Oh, nasty Nancy. You know, it always feels good to find a couple in trouble, a marriage on the rocks, and in just one evening to be able to leave that couple smiling.
Pleasure, everyone. Nice to meet you. Have a good evening. Bye.
But that's what this is all about. That's why I do this.
I'm not a Swiss doctor, but I am Dr. Swiss.